Welcome back everyone to yet another dividend video. Now, the stock on the board behind me is a dividend golden goose. What do I mean by that? Well, their business is cash flow, they provide cash flow, and they've been doing so at consistently larger amounts for years and years and years. So without further ado, let's begin. In a few of my recent videos, I've been tearing 20s in half like it's nobody's business, and I've received lots of feedback to stop tearing bills in half. It makes people cry. Okay, so I won't tear any more in half. For this video, I actually shredded some. In fact, it's $165 worth, okay? So I've moved on to shredding it instead of tearing it. I'm sorry, I won't tear any more bills, all right? It is said that every time a stock becomes a dividend aristocrat, an angel gets its wings. Yeah, it's true. I read it somewhere. Just take my word for it. So in this video, I'd like to talk about People's United Financial Incorporated, ticker PBCT. Now, what I really like about this stock is it's a regional bank. And when I was looking to buy a new dividend stock for my dividend portfolio, I was looking at all the different sectors of my portfolio and different countries, and I figured, you know, I'm a little bit light on regional banks. I have some big name banks, right? Some global banks, JP Morgan, things like that. I need a good, solid regional bank, something that I can buy and hold and grow with as time goes on. So People's United came on my radar because it became a dividend aristocrat this year in 2019. Welcome to the party, People's United. Welcome to the party. Let's all clap. New investors watching this, why do we like dividend aristocrats? Well, dividend aristocrats are companies who have increased their dividend consecutively every year for a minimum of 25 years or more. Now, why do people like that? Well, a lot of times companies that can do that are very well run, they're very efficient, and they have a lot of cash on the books and can continue to raise their payouts during times of economic distress. So stocks like this and companies like People United have a proven ability that their business model works. So let's take a look. People's United has about 422 branches, two more than a party. The market cap is 5.9 billion, almost 6. So it's a large small cap and kind of a small mid cap, so to speak. I actually have another small cap that I'll be talking about at the end of the video. It's a bonus stock, so stick around for that. And it's been increasing its dividend ever since its IPO. Right now, the PE ratio on People's United is 12.32x. Now keep in mind that's a little bit lower than the industry average, so it's a little bit better value than its peers. Not by much, but a little bit. The dividend is 70 cents a share, which equals out to about 4.41%. That's a pretty darn good dividend yield long term. Again, it just hit its 25-year anniversary of consecutive dividend increases, and it currently has a payout ratio of 54%. I'm loving it. Earnings per share is always important, is the bank making money. Earnings per share, $1.29. So compound average growth rate of 10% ever since 2012. That's really, really nice for earnings growth. Now, what I like about the bank, here's some bullet points that I do like. Loans are easily covered by customer deposits. That's very important. The bank is under leveraged. The annual charge-off is under 1%. Under 1% for all the charge-offs, right? Bad loans, things like that. So I can already tell it's funny when I was reading about this bank, the FICO scores they require and all the stuff they require to loan out money. They're one of those banks where it's kind of a pain in the ass to get a loan, and you think even if you have good credit, you know you're going to get denied. So it's annoying, but as an investor, I kind of like it. They're really protecting their books. And this is why this is one of the few regional banks that increased its dividend in 2008 amid the financial crisis when larger banks, more leveraged larger banks, were failing, were buckling, right? So again, very conservatively ran bank. Now, they have an awesome strategy that I've really never thought about until I read up on this bank. They have a very successful system where they've been placing bank branches inside grocery stores. Now, at least here in the States, we've probably all seen this. They might have it in Canada. For those of you who are watching from Canada, let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys have banks, small bank branches that are in grocery stores? So here in America, what's really nice about this is the store is open, the banks are open 37% more hours per week than standalone branches, right? And so they get a lot more foot traffic, they're open more, and they're open 56 hours a week versus the average 41 hours that the standalone locations are open. What's also nice about them is they're approximately 30% less expensive to operate, the in-grocery store branches. That's an interesting thing, and that's something that I've never really considered. That's why I love researching these types of companies. They have a diversified loan portfolio, right? So they're not just doing one type of residential loan or one type of commercial loan. They have all different types of loans within their portfolio, including commercial real estate, commercial and industrial loans like business loans, supply loans, residential mortgages, equipment financing, and other coming in at 6%. So that's another thing I like about the bank is they're really diversifying their revenue stream. But I'm not done here. One second. Deposits are growing at a rate of 9% compound annual growth rate, right? Not simple, compound, since 2012. All of this is available in their 10K and in their investor reports on their website. Interestingly enough, they're not just a retail bank that does checking accounts and mortgages and things like that. They actually have an entire investment and wealth management arm, also insurance, where you can buy life insurance, you can open up an IRA, you can buy an annuity, you can go through the financial planning process, which I think is really interesting. And the reason why they started doing a lot of that is because they're trying to further diversify and further offer more services for all of their customers. So I thought that was really interesting. Their wealth management, AUM, stands for assets under management, so all their accounts, IRAs, investment accounts that they manage, has been growing by 11% compound annual growth. That's really good. They recently acquired Gerstein Fisher in November of 2016, and they have a goal. They say, we want 30% of our total revenue from non-interest income, right? So from non-loan income, basically what that means. And they've been acquiring banks like it's nobody's business. They've really been focusing on really getting into the greater Boston area, New York metro area. There's really nice areas where there's a lot of different financial transactions going on. And as you can see here on the screen, they've been acquiring banks like it's nobody's business. So that's really their main goals. That was in their most recent investors newsletter and presentation, furthering expansion in New York and the greater Boston areas, deepening their international service areas. So when their customers go abroad for a vacation, wherever that might be, they're looking at working with more ATM branches and more ATM networks and making banking international much easier. Even though they're still a regional bank, it looks like at a point in the future they're probably going to outgrow the regional bank name and grow into a more national and international bank at these types of growth numbers. Also, what they've really been trying to do is enhance their large corporate and government banking business, right? Doing a lot more, commercial loans and bigger things with corporations, helping them out with their payroll and things like that, which again, just increases the value of their company. So I bought $1,000, and this was actually the company that I put on the community section of my page saying, hey, I just bought $1,000 of this awesome dividend stock at $17.56 a share. Well, at the filming of this video, it's actually down to about $15.84 a share. So I might average down, if I buy another $1,000, my average will be about $16.70. So I might average down a little bit. I really like the company. And one thing I wanted to point out about the loans is they make really, really good loans. Like I said, it's one of those banks where you're going to go in there, and if you have decent credit, you're still going to get denied for something. It's very annoying. But I like it as an investor because for their mortgages, you have to have a 758 credit score. That's their average acceptance rate. 758 FICO and 766 if you want a home equity loan. So again, they're very careful about what they do, and that's proven, right? Because they weren't in hot water in 2008. They increased their dividend in 2008, again, which is nice. Now, what's interesting about these FICO credit scores, and if you're looking at this saying, shoot, I wish I had a 758 or a 766 FICO score. If you're interested in increasing your credit score without having to try to get approved at a bank for just a traditional loan, check out the link in my description below, and it'll show you a unique way to raise your credit and also save up a financial nest egg. Now, I promised a bonus stock, right? So for those of you that stuck around to the end of the video, here is your bonus. This is a stock that I think will eventually become a dividend aristocrat as long as they stay on the same path that they're on now. They're a diversified industrial small cap, domestic small cap here in the US, about 2.5 billion market cap, give or take. They currently pay around a 2% dividend, and they've increased their dividend each year since 2008, which is their IPO. The stock ticker is HI. It's Hillenbrand. They're a diversified industrial company, but they also own a funeral and casket company as well. So that's obviously a very defensive business. Now, again, they've increased their dividends for going on 11 years now. I bet you they'll continue to increase their dividends, and we'll soon see them on the Dividend Aristocrats list. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by giving me the thumbs up. Wait, don't go. Do you want more dividend videos? Check out all these videos. Click on one. I think you'll like it.